Hello student, welcome to the Sapna's Homeschooling YouTube channel, and today we are going to write 11th lesson Human Body and Organ System exercise. नवीन असाल चॅनल तर चॅनल सबस्क्राईब करा, बेल आयकन दाबा. First question, find out my partner. Group A, heartbeats 72 per minute, RBC 50 to 60 lakh, WBC 5000 to 6000, blood donation 350 ml, normal body temperature 37 degrees Celsius, pH oxygenated blood 7.4. Complete the following table: organ system, respiratory system, organs, nodes, pharynx, windpipe, lungs, alveolus, diaphragm, and function. Nodes: for inhalation and exhalation, the air is filtered and made little warm when beneath breath passes through nodes. Pharynx: common passage for food and air, leads to trachea and esophagus. Windpipe takes air to lungs, bifurcate into two bronchi. Lungs provide space for respiratory gaseous exchange. Alveolus: actual gases exchange by taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Diaphragm: by contractions and relaxations, it makes breathing movements possible. Organ system, circulatory system, organs, heart, muscular pump that can send the blood throughout the body. Arteries carry blood away from heart to all the parts of the body except for pulmonary artery. All other arteries carry oxygenated blood to supply oxygen to each and every cell. Veins carry blood to the heart except for pulmonary veins. All over veins carry oxygenated blood from all the body cells to the heart. Now the next is blood capillaries. Each important vital organ is provided with capillary network. Exchange of oxygen, nutrients, hormones, vitamins, etc. takes place through the capillary wall. Such useful substances are sent towards the cell and waste materials are taken from the cells. Blood cells. Various functions depending upon the type of blood cells. RBC carrying oxygen and carbon dioxide. WBC soldiers of the body produce antibodies and fight against germs of diseases. Platelets carry out important functions in blood clotting. Plasma: many proteins present in the plasma which carry out definite functions. Plasma also gives fluidity to the blood. 3 Question 3, draw neat and label diagram. So respiratory system diagram आहे आणि इथे nasal cavity, trachea, lungs, pharynx, larynx, bronchioles, alveoli, diaphragm, internal structure of heart इथे दाखवले. या प्रकारे तुम्हाला आकृतीची प्रॅक्टिस करायची आहे. Explain with reasons. Human blood is red colored. Answer: the red color of human blood is due to hemoglobin, which is red colored, conjuncted protein with iron that is present on the red blood cells, therefore it looks red. B. Upward and downward movement of diaphragm occur consequently. Answer: the breathing movement are possible due to contraction and relaxation of the diaphragm. The rib muscles also help in these movements. When the ribs rise and diaphragm is lowered at the same time, when there is a decrease in pressure of lungs. This causes movement of air into a lungs at the time of inhalation. On the other hand, when ribs come back to their normal position and diaphragm is risen, then pressure on the lungs increases. This causes movement of the air out of the body through the nose in the form of exhalation. These movements are possible only due to consecutive upward and downward movement of the diaphragm. C. Blood donation is considered to be superior of all donations. Answer: blood cannot be manufactured by any artificial chemical process. The only way to obtain blood is by donations of blood from live donor. Blood is needed at times of emergency. The life of a person can be saved if timely blood transfusion is given to the needy victim or a patient. Since such donation can save a valuable human life, it is called superior of all donations. The person with O blood group is considered as universal donor? Answer. Person with O blood group does not have any antigen on his or her RBCs. The O type blood thus cannot cause clotting reactions in the body of the recipient. Such person with O blood group can donate blood to any person having any blood group. Therefore, they are considered as universal donor. E. Food must have limited amount of salts. Answer. More salt in diet means more sodium ions. This extra sodium salt causes rise in blood pressure. Such condition is called hypertension. This condition can be dangerous and fatal in some cases. Therefore, one must keep control over sodium content of the food. Question 5. Answer the following questions in your own words. A. Explain the functional correlation of circulatory system with respiratory, digestive and excretory system. Answer. Three system, respiratory, digestive and circulatory, always work in a coordination. Digestive system helps in breaking down complex food molecules into simple soluble nutrients at the end of the digestion process. 3. The soluble nutrients are absorbed in the circulating blood in the belly of the intestine. The blood carries these nutrients to each cell during its circulation. The respiratory system helps the oxygen from the air to be absorbed in the blood. 6. This process takes place in alveol alveolus present in lungs. The oxygen is absorbed in the blood and through the hemoglobin. It is taken to every cell of the body. At the same time, the unwanted carbon dioxide produced in each cell is given out in a process of gaseous exchange. The soluble nutrients and chiefly glucose is metabolized with the help of oxygen producing energy. Thus, all the three systems bring about coordinated functions to keep the body alive. Question B. Explain the structure and function of human blood. Answer. Structure. That is components of the human blood. Human blood is fluid connective tissue consisting of blood plasma and blood corp- corpuscles suspended in it. Plasma is the fluid part of the blood which is pale yellow in color. It is slightly alkaline in nature. It has 90 to 92% water, 6 to 8% proteins, and 1 to 2 inorganic salts. It contains proteins such as albumin, globulin, fibron, fibrinogen, etc. There are inorganic ions such as Ca, Na, and K. Blood cells. Blood cells are mainly of three types: RBCs, WBCs, and blood platelets. They are produced in the red bone marrow. RBCs are small circulate and enucleated cells. They are full of hemoglobin, which is essential in transporting oxygen. RBCs are red blood cells, which are 50 to 60 lakh per cubic millimeter. Their lifespan is 100 to 120 days. WBCs are large, nucleated, and colorless. They are of five subtypes: neutrophils, basophils, eosinophils, monocytes, and lymphocytes. They are 5 to 10 thousands per millimeter of blood. Platelets are very small disc shaped blood cells which is 2.5 to 4 lakh per cubic millimeter of blood. Function of human blood. Transport functions. Gases. Oxygen is carried via blood from lung to cell in various parts of body and carbon dioxide from tissues of to lung. Nutrients. Simple nutrients like glucose, amino acid, fatty acid are taken up by blood from wall of alimentary canal and transported up to each cell in the body. Waste materials. Nitrogenous waste like ammonia, urea, creatinine are released by tissues into blood which carries those to kidney for excretion. Enzymes and hormones. Blood transports the enzymes and hormones from the site of other production to the site of their action. Protection. Antibodies are produced in the blood and they protect the body from microbes and other harmful particles. Thermoregulations. Body temperature is maintained constant 37 degrees Celsius by vasodilation and vascostension. restriction, maintaining the balance of minerals like Na, K, and in the body. If bleeding occurs at the injury, platelets are and a protein called fibrinogen of the blood form clots and seal the injury. Functions of blood cells RBCs. With hemoglobin, it carries out transport of respiratory gases. WBC soldiers of the body produce antibodies and give immunity to body. Platelets help in blood clotting. Question C. Explain the importance and need of blood donation. Answer. Blood can never be synthesized artificially. There is no substitute for natural blood. Every healthy person possesses about 5 liters of blood in his or her body. In case of hemoglobin blood loss, the blood volume may reduce, which can result into threat to life. Moreover, the loss of blood, which be immediately taken care of, otherwise it may cost the life. Therefore, blood transfusion is very crucial in case of victims of accidents, patients, and surgeries, or mothers who suffer from blood loss during childbirth. Some diseases such as thalassemia, blood cancer, etc., also need regular transfusions. Therefore, blood is always needed in many such conditions. Blood donation is only option for such transfusions. Now, the question 6, explain the differences. A. Arteries and veins. Arteries and veins. Arteries carry blood away from the heart to the tissues of the body, and veins carry blood from the tissues of the body back to the heart. Arteries are located deeper within the body. Veins are usually located superficially beneath the surface of the skin. Arteries are thick walled, veins are thin walled. Arteries do not have valves, veins have valves. Arteries would generally remain open if blood flow stopped due to other thick muscular layer. Veins would collapse if blood flow stops. Except pulmonary artery, all arteries carry oxygenated blood. Except pulmonary vein, all veins carry deoxygenated blood. Arteries are more muscular than veins, which help in transporting blood that is full of oxygen efficiently to the tissues. Veins are less muscular than arteries but to contain valves to keep help keep blood flowing in the right direction, usually towards the heart. There is maximum blood pressure in the arteries and there is minimum blood pressure in the veins. Question B, external and internal respiration. External respiration, intake of air from the outside into the body and release of air from the body to the outside is called external respiration. Internal respiration, exchange of gases between cells and tissues fluid is called internal respiration. External respiration occurs between cells and the external environment. Internal respiration occurs only in the cells of the body. Third, it involves process of inspiration and expiration. Third, it involves movement of oxygen from blood into tissues fluid and movement of carbon dioxide from tissue. External respiration involves breathing and gaseous exchange. Internal respiration involves neither breathing nor gaseous exchange. Oxygen combines with hemoglobin in external respiration. Chemical reactions occur in the cells to form energy. Question 7. Which health parameters of blood donor should be checked? Answer. Blood donor should be healthy. He or she should have good hemoglobin's content. The RBCs and WBC count should also be normal. They should not carry any parasites in their blood such as malarial parasite, dengue virus. The donor should not be HIV positive or should not have any infectious diseases. He should not have any addiction such as drug abuse or alcohol consumption. Question 8. Fill in the blanks using appropriate words given in the bracket. Hemoglobin, alkaline, diaphragm, red bone marrow, acidic, voluntary, involuntary. RBCs of the blood contain hemoglobin and iron compound. Diaphragm is present between thoracic and abdominal cavity. Cardiac muscles are involuntary. pH of oxygenated blood is alkaline. Production of RBCs occur in the red bone marrow. Question 9. Find odd one out. So K, all others are blood groups. Blood transfusion, all others are component of blood. Capillaries, all others are part of respiratory system. Capillaries exist throughout the blood. Neutrophils, all others are proteins. It is present in the plasma. Question 10. Read the following paragraph and identify the disease. Answer. The heart of the child is not functioning properly. Bluish nails shock, lack of oxygen, thus the baby may be suffering also respiratory problems. Question 11. Your neighboring uncle has been diagnosed with the hypertension. What should we do to keep his blood pressure within normal range? Hypertension has many causes. Try to find out what is the exact cause. It is lack of exercise, obesity, lots of fast and junk food consumption, over intake of salt, mental tension. He should visit a proper physician and take prescribed blood pressure control medicine. He should never miss a single tablet. He should avoid salty and preserved food. He should practice yoga and meditation. He should also undertake some stress management techniques. Project collect information about various modern treatments on heart disease. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please like it and share to your friends and subscribe this channel.